Still with us, defense attorney, former prosecutor Bob Bianchi. You know, Bob, I wonder if she lays awake at night and thinks, what if I had testified? If I had testified, would I have gotten an acquittal or, in the alternative, a mistrial for a hung jury? What do you think? Could that have made a significant difference?
Gosh, Judge, I mean, I can't imagine after the ultimately worst thing that could happen to you, a conviction, is that at the most monumental and pivotal part of a trial, one of the most, maybe the most, is a decision of a defendant to take the stand or not take the stand. And given the fact that she lost completely, of course she's going to visit in her mind, if I had gotten up there, maybe the result would have been different. Now, of course, the traditional model of lawyering, defense lawyering, is you never really want your client up on the stand unless you absolutely have to, and less times if it's a circumstantial evidence case like this one was. So I don't think that the advice, if the lawyer gave it not to take the stand, would have been bad advice, but certainly there's going to be second guessing because it couldn't have gotten any worse, right?
Yeah. That's the truth.
That's how I see it. I mean, I felt like there were things she needed to explain.
I did,
you know
too.
What I mean? Because I didn't think there was a tremendous amount of evidence, Bob, that she was actually involved in the planning of it, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it was clear she certainly knew. My problem was when. When did she know? And that whole thing with the bump, I think, was key. And she needed to explain her response to that. Again, I don't know if it was a good one, but I think she needed to explain it. Do you think they're done with the Adelson family at this point?
I mean, for our sake, I wish they would be done, but no, I don't think that they are. And I think we know where you know, this is headed. And I feel like this case, like you said, Judge, just like it keeps going, you know, on and on and on. And Michael, I just want to get back to a point you raised because I think it's so important. This prosecution of the mother was unsettling to me. I agree. I would have liked to have heard what she had to say, because I personally, I know it's going to be controversial, did not think that this was the strongest case. There was a feel to it based on my experience that sometimes we're putting a square peg in a round hole here. We were just talking about this earlier in the previous segment. We need to be careful at how we're interpreting how people say things in the context of these kind of relationships. But no, I think we're going to hear more. And by the way, may I add, from a prosecutorial standpoint, the methodical nature of how prosecutors went about this is impressive. I just hope that they got it right.
Yeah, and will they go after Wendy? I think they probably will, but that's what I know you were alluding to.
I clearly think she knew, right? The question is when, the question is how involved, and what kind of evidence can they present against.
And I just don't see them letting go if they think they have the evidence.
I agree.
I don't think they will. All right, when we come back.